Hi, my name is Darrell Campbell, and I want to welcome you to another year of WGCHS on the air. This year, as in the past, we're going to try and bring you stories that are both entertaining and informative. And in addition, we hope to be able to bring the Bobcat Herald into the digital age by publishing our first Herald online, but you'll hear more about that a little bit later. This year we have a very talented and enthusiastic new staff of videographers, writers, on-air personalities, and editors, plus one returning veteran who has been an editor for us now for the last 2 years. Our new staff is Mary Beth Bailey, Emma Birdsong, Aaron Cooper, Callie Edwards, Amanda Gruber, Morgan Hoover, and our returning editor, Whit Laxon. As always, we thank you for watching WGCHS on the air.
Hi, I'm Aaron Cooper, and this is WGCHS on the air. Today we're going to be taking a look at a popular fad that's sweeping the nation. We'll also be talking to our new principal about the new policies we see this year. Plus, we have a report on the GCHS Band of Gold. But first, we'll go to Whit Laxon at the courthouse, who has the first segment in our series on the history of Giles County.
Throughout the year, we're going to be taking an in-depth look into our county's rich history. And first up on the agenda is perhaps the most well-known historical figure in Giles County, Sam Davis. Born in Smyrna, Tennessee in 1842, Sam Davis served as a Confederate soldier and scout during the American Civil War. In 1863, while carrying incriminating information, Sam was captured by Union soldiers here in Minor Hill. Though he was given the opportunity to reveal his source of information in return for his freedom, Sam refused by saying, "I would rather die 1,000 deaths than betray a friend." So on November 27, 1863, Sam was hanged right here in Pulaski. I had a chance to visit some of our county's historic sites involving Sam Davis with local Sam Davis researcher Dan Watson, who wrote and directed the 2007 star production of The Trial of Sam Davis.
Before I turned 50, I guess I was having a crisis in my life like a lot of guys do. I didn't feel like that anywhere I was my home, so I started taking a personal inventory and looked at everything that tied me to Giles County. Local history became important to me because now it was my history. And then just that fast, it also zoomed in, and all of a sudden I wanted to know everything I could about Sam Davis. So that's what got me started. So the idea was for me to gather up as much stuff as I could and then give it to somebody who could write it. And I thought, well, you know, if we rearranged a few things, took out the part that needed horses in it, we could probably adapt this to the stage. What happened is at the same time we were starting to rehearse it, is the same time we also were starting to convert the old Morris Harwell building into a theater. So we had all of that going on at the same time. So the fact that it got done at all is amazing. And it's very humbling when you see this many people commit themselves to something that you have written, giving their time, giving their heart and their soul to it, to make it the best that it can be. Overall, it was a good experience. I want to do it again. I want to pay more attention to what we did. And then when it's all said and done, all the bills are paid, anything that's left over we want to donate to a historical preservation. But you know, you come to a place like this, which is such a neat place, but it's like you ask the question, when was this built? There's nothing on the building that says that. Well, there ought to be a little plaque somewhere that gives that information. So those kinds of things. Down here at the cemetery where we were, Mr. Ezel's grave, you know, few people know that that's where Sam was buried originally.
So do you think you're going to continue this? How much longer do you think?
How much longer? I've asked myself that many times. I guess till I quit finding stuff. The short answer is probably never. I mean, I can see it being a part of my life. Of course, you see some of the stuff that I've collected. The trinket you saw downtown, that was a part of a 60 coin set, I think, and that was one of them that I just found online a few months ago. So I don't know. I don't know that I will get tired of it. I hope not. And I hope that when I get through whatever I have collected will go into some museum somewhere. Just because to me that's all part of the story. Even anything new, a new book, a new play, hopefully a new movie someday. That's just a continuation of the story. And that story has been going on for almost 150 years now. So it's not bad.
Due to the decision that Sam Davis made at just 21 years old, he is now and will forever be known as the boy hero of the Confederacy. We Giles County citizens will always regret the unjust death of the young soldier, but we hope to keep his memory alive through the memorials that honor him. I'm Whit Laxon reporting for WGCHS.
Thanks, Whit. Emma Birdsong has been looking into the new school policies that have gone into effect this year. She filed this report.
The 2011-2012 school year ushers in a new administration here at Giles County High School. This new administration has brought about changes in the way our school looks and operates. Changes have been made to the dress code here at Giles County High School. Holes are allowed in jeans below the knee, and shirts don't have to be tucked in if pockets are visible. However, mesh shorts and racerback tops are not allowed.
Our primary motivation with dress code was to be realistic this year. Because I took over in July, it didn't give me enough time to give parents and students time to shop according to the dress code that I'd like to implement in my head. But trying to be realistic and fair with what we knew students wore in the past and what students would be wanting to wear this fall, we developed a dress code that, we let the shirt tails be out. We fought that battle last year. We did not win it. On a daily basis, more shirt tails were out than in. So we tried to implement rules that we could enforce this year.
Changes have also been made regarding food. No food or drinks are allowed in class.
A couple different reasons. We're battling the roach problem, which Mr. Jackson spent a lot of time and money this summer on poisoning the school and everything. And the food and crumbs and drinks spilled everywhere did not help with that cause. So those are some of the reasons that we've banned food from the classrooms and in the hallways. I guess the biggest issue has been the water bottles in class. Officer Mitchell came to me with some concerns. He'd been to some seminars where students were crushing up pills and putting them in water bottles, and that became a very big concern. Last year we did have a couple of charges of alcohol in water bottles, and just to minimize the chances of a student being hurt by pills or alcohol and to keep our school environment a little bit more safe, we've decided to minimize that problem by just eliminating water and food in class.
Discipline is also done differently. ISS is now given on a period basis, and teacher time is a new option.
We've tried to make the kids more accountable and give the students the opportunity to correct themselves at a lower level and still have a chance to stay exempt from their exams. Our first step was teacher time, where the teacher can implement a 20-minute detention. At that point, the student can either meet those requirements, satisfy the teacher's needs, and nothing's ever entered on their discipline record. The next step we implemented the lunch isolation, which I think is working pretty well. Again, this goes in your discipline record, but it's very minimal. You don't miss class time, you don't have to stay after school, you basically just don't get to talk for 20 minutes at lunch. The ISS rules are still the same in principle. If you do something major, you're going to get a 4-day or days of ISS. But we also looked at the factor that students sometimes get in trouble in one teacher's class on a daily basis. So we want to give that student and that teacher a chance to get a break from each other, be punished for actions in that one classroom, but not punish them if they're behaving in the other 5 classes. So we've tried to let them have more class time. I guess the ultimate goal is to put the teacher in front of the student more often with less distraction is our goal. I want the students to buy in that this is their school, that this is a good school to be at. There are a lot of opportunities here. The teachers and the administration are here for you. It's not going to change a lot, but hopefully it's going to change for the better, and just providing more opportunities, more student-friendly. As students act more mature, show more self-discipline, it allows us to give them more freedoms and more opportunities that they may not have experienced in the past. And that's my ultimate goal.
The future looks promising for students at Giles County High School. Reporting for WGCHS, I'm Emma Birdsong.
Thanks, Emma.